But what do they do concerning the criminals? What do they?
Forensics, right?
They try to get into their mind, think how they would think.
They think how they would think. Okay, they do a portfolio on the criminals, and I think that's called a pathology.
Criminal profile.
Profile. You're right. It's a profile. But what they do, and tell me about some of the a profile they'll do. Tell me about the profile. They say there's this killer out there, and what do they
say? He's a white male between the ages of 20, 24.
Okay, and how do they know that? How do they know that?
By his victims.
By his victims. Okay.
How he hunts them.
How he hunts them. Okay, and they also look for his patterns. Okay, like one guy, he'll go out and he strangles people. So that's the way he works. He strangles people and whatever. I'm not trying to be gruesome, okay, but what I'm trying to do is show you and demonstrate that people have patterns. People have patterns. Okay, so that's criminal minds. So now let me ask you this. Criminal minds today, they use a lot of psychology. They study human nature, and that way they're able to catch up with a lot of the criminals. Okay, let's look back 200 years. Okay, could criminals get away with stuff 200 years ago that they can't get away with now?
Yes.
Yeah, because our science in investigating crimes has improved. Okay, so we want to keep that. We want to keep that thought. Our ability to use psychology and understand patterns in human nature has improved. Okay, so now we're going to go to CSI. CSI. Somebody tell me about how many people have seen CSI?
Horatio.
That's my favorite.
Miami Whistle.
Okay.
That's some, thank you.
I like those originals better.
Okay. But tell me about CSI.
You're forensic scientists.
And what do?
They actually find the criminals after someone has been... Look for evidence at the crime
They look for evidence at the crime scene. So what's some of the stuff that evidence they gather?
Fingerprints.
Tire tracks, all kinds of stuff, everything.
And one thing they're always trying to get from people, DNA. Okay, so they can go to a crime scene and investigate something after it's happened and put all these pieces together, and they pretty well know who did something. Okay? House.
Yes.
Who watches House?
Most radical doctor ever. For real.
Okay, but what can you say about his program? What can you say about... Besides him being crazy, though. Besides, he's smart.
Right.
And he has a lot of what?
Knowledge.
Not just bedside manner, that's for sure.
He's smart. He has a lot of knowledge. So because of his knowledge, he's able to find a lot of cures and help a lot of people. Okay? So these are things I want you to keep in mind, these types of things, as we talk about how we got the Bible. Okay? Because there's things that we can find out and know today that we couldn't find out 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago. Okay? So we should understand more today than some of the people that were trying to do the authenticity, trying to verify things. There's some things we understand today that they didn't understand then. Someone go to the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter and the 4th verse. I'm not going to tell you more tonight.
Okay.
Save that bow.